Good morning, everyone. The sun is shining. The tank is clean. By the tank, I mean my house because I've been working overtime. Welcome to my channel, What the Beck. I'm Beck, and let's do Vlogmas. So to start the day, I have some unboxings to do, which I'm pretty excited about. I got the Darn Good Yarn box of the month. This is my first time trying this. I also have a hobby shipment from Hobby US. Oh, here comes Miss Baby. Say hello. There you go. Hello. Okay, you can go now. Oh, you're gonna settle? No, she's leaving. So yes, I am not trying to buy yarn. I'm trying not to buy yarn. These were from Black Friday, and this one I wanted to do a review on because it was $5, and there's like yarn and tools in here, and I believe this is also a women run and benefiting women business, like overall. So yeah, we're gonna do this one second because I want to do that as its own section. But let's start with my hobby order. So I've been seeing about this yarn for a while now, Universe XL, and this is the color I got. Oh my gosh, I just love galaxy color schemes. This is acrylic and polyester, 100 grams per ball, and there are, what is this, 241 yards in here. So I bought 4 of these, so I would have around 1,000 yards. That way, if I have 1,000, I can probably get a sweater out of it. And yeah, they're so cool, and it has the sparkle in it. This yarn has really good reviews, so I'm excited to try it. But this is one that I'm definitely like, okay, I'm gonna save that until I finish a good amount of whips. But I just couldn't resist it on Black Friday. I think it was like $7 per skein. I'm not entirely sure how much it was, but it was like half off of what it normally was. And then I have a few other things in here. I had to move the camera because I needed to plug in my phone. But they gave me a little candy. I'm not sure what flavor that is. We'll have to try that later. And then I also got one more thing, which is the denim super short interchangeable needles set. And I ordered this because this will theoretically complete my collection of needles. I'm not someone who buys needles because they're pretty. I buy them because I want the opportunity to do any idea I have as soon as I have it. So I have all this yarn in my stash already. I have all the sizes of DPNs. I have all the sizes of like interchangeable needles, but I didn't have super short cords, and it gets annoying to have to use interchangeables that are like this long if you're making socks or something like that. So these needles are theoretically only like 2 inches long or something like that, and then they have really short cables. So let's open them up and see. It also comes with a case, which I very much appreciate because I like to organize my stuff when I'm not using it in its own little sets. So the fact that it comes with that is really nice. It has magnetic closure and a little pocket here, I guess, for like your stitch markers and stuff. And right now in here it says accessories. So yeah, there's some short cables and like little, what are these called, stoppers that you can screw onto the end of the cable if, for example, if you wanted to use them as if they were 2 separate needles, but using 2 needles that are like straight hurts your hands. You can just put a stopper on the cable and then still use a flexible cable. I'm gonna destroy this little packet here because I want to see what's inside. Okay, so these are little keys, and if you didn't know, when you use interchangeable needles, because they can come off and they like screw on, they can also screw off sometimes, especially if you're like, I don't know, I guess if you're left-handed it might not be the same, but if you're right-handed, the way you screw them on, sometimes how you're working and twisting your wrist can like make the cable come loose. But if you just use these, it will tighten them enough to where that won't happen, or at least it won't happen as much. Because when I first made something on my circulars, I was like, this is so great, I just wish they wouldn't untwist. And then I realized like what these were for, and it was a game changer. So keep track of your little keys, keep them in your special accessory pocket. And then let's see, I also love how small this is because the needles are so short. They just fit right in there. So let's get these out here. Yep, that's everything. So we have instructions here. It's basically just saying attach the needle to that by twisting, and then use the key to tighten it so that it doesn't come loose. And then you just get going, and then here it shows you like you can also use the stoppers. Like if you're putting a project into hibernation, you can take the needles off, use them on a different cable, and put the stoppers so that your project doesn't come undone. So this is actually a really good visual guide for this. Like I said with my other set of needles, I didn't realize what that key was for. I was like, this is probably something, but I don't know what it is. This is a good little thing. I'm glad they included that. And then now onto the actual needles. Look how small this is. Like even if I just like had a project going and I needed like one size for the ribbing and one size for the body of the sweater or whatever, like if I'm making sleeves, for example, I can just leave this in my bag at all times, honestly. And even the whole thing, I could just leave this in my work bag. But so you can see here we have 7 sets of needles, and they go from, let's see, 3 millimeters, which is good for socks, and then it goes all the way up to 6 millimeters, which is good for hats. So if you wanted to make baby hats, or you know, anything that's got a small circumference, like socks, like if you wanted to make socks with bulky yarn or leg warmers, you can use the 6 millimeters instead. And this is denim themed. I wasn't like crazy about it, but I do like that there is some color and it's somewhat subtle. And I'm also not used to using wooden needles, but these feel very smooth, like they're very polished, and there might be like some varnish on there or something. Also the little like label there, I don't know how good you can see that. The label and the brand is on there with, it looks like embossing, or it might be printed on top. I'll have to see how long that lasts because it would be annoying if it rubs off. So yes, for the denim special collector's edition, oh, I didn't know I was so fancy, by Knit Pro, I'm very excited to have these because like I said in my last video, I want to make socks that actually fit me, and these will be very helpful for my sweater projects when I do the sleeves. So next we have Darn Good Yarn of the Month, and from what I can tell, this is like a kit, and ooh, I already like it. Okay, so this is what it looks like at first glance. Let's read the little booklet that came with it first. So it says Yarn of the Month, December 2024, Antwerp Twilight, and it looks like some like hand spun bobbins are on here. So I wonder if this is hand spun. I will admit I didn't read the entire website, but let's see. Okay, so it says it comes with Antwerp Twilight yarn, sport weight recycled silk yarn inspired by Belgium, and it comes with a antique pewter snowflake pendant. Where's that? So there's this. So I guess you could use that as like either a necklace or on your like project bag. That's cool. And then let's see, it comes with a pattern. So the pattern is called Snowball Fight Cowl, and it is a crochet pattern. Let's see. Oh, and it also comes with a knitting version too. So that's pretty cool. I don't see a picture of the knit version, but apparently there's also a extra free pattern. I'm not going to show you because it's like a scan thing, but that's really nice. And all this was only $5. That was a promotion. I think normally it's $25, but let's look at the yarn here. So I guess this is like, was it hand spun? It's like made in, I'm not sure if it was made by like hand spinning, but it is recycled, which is really cool. And it is silk, which is really cool. It is hand dyed, sustainably made in India. Okay, that's what I was wondering, if it'll focus. Well, you can't read it really, but it says made in India, and it recommends 3.5mm knitting needles and 4mm knitting needles, or crochet hooks, sorry. And it's sport weight, so good for socks. And you get 3 of them for a total yardage of, let me see. So it's 150 yards each, so it's 450 yards total. That's insane for $5. Let alone that you get 2 free patterns and this little charm thing. That's awesome. I'm gonna consider, once I get my stash down, maybe getting something else from this company, because I know they have a lot of other like handmade and or hand dyed yarns. But for $5, I would definitely recommend go check out this website, get the introductory box. You can unsubscribe after if you really wanted to. But isn't that gorgeous? Just like, it's like purple and green and like gray twisted together. I'm excited to see if it works up as like, what's it called? I don't know that it's gonna be striped, but I wonder if it's like more blue for a little bit and then more gray for a little bit, and how that'll look in the pattern. I do think I'm gonna make the pattern that it says with this, but just not quite yet. I just wanted to like try it out. So yeah, that was my little haul section. Now I need to build a cat tree because I just got one again, Black Friday, and I want to put it together. So let's go do that. So it's actually a pretty cute design. It's like flowers. And baby has a couple trees here, but it's good for cats to have different levels in all the rooms of the house. And I've been like researching caring for cats recently, and you know, just I was able to afford another tree, so I figured let's get her one. Get this cute little flower. Baby knows this is for her. She's like walking over right now. And yeah, it's just really cute colors. It's like trans pride colors. Looks like these are, what is this? Like little things that attach to different places on it. And then this is a cover. Oh, these are 2 different pieces. Oh, I see. Okay, so the one probably attaches to the other. Okay. So I just spent a little bit of time putting this tree together. It was not very interesting because it was mainly me being frustrated. It wasn't like difficult to put together. It was just like getting stuff lined up is always hard with these type of things. But I do like building stuff. My dad is actually like a woodworker, and he's very good at building, and I like the kits. I like these, but I am not a stranger to designing my own like plans for him if I need something very specific. But yeah, here's my husband too. He didn't offer to help, but he did bring it upstairs when I needed him to. And then we just started making the cookies for his cookie exchange at work. The butter melted like crazy, and we are just using box mix because it's fast and it's easy and it works. I tried to be cool, but I dropped half the shell in. I did crack it one-handed though. Yes, luckily the
eggshell was easy to remove, and we just had to mix the cookies up, and then we just, made cookies. We actually ended up also getting some macarons for the cookie exchange, but apparently not a lot of people showed up, because I'm recording this the next day. Not a lot of people showed up, so I got some macarons, and I got a lot of my own cookies back, and yes, I will eat them. Here's what they look like coming out of the oven. Good old Betty Crocker. For some reason, the smaller ones burnt, probably because they're smaller, but yeah, they're delicious, and I love them.
Alright, so I'm like nervous to run out. I want to be able to just go and work on this and get the sleeve done, but I'm nervous because, like I said, I don't believe this is enough to finish the sleeve. And I'm willing to unravel this top part to make the body of the sweater the same color, but I did go upstairs and I found some DK weight red yarn that I dyed a while ago, and these are the two that I have. Now these are both synthetic dyes, but as you can see, they're a little off. So I'm trying to decide which one should I use for like the cuffs. And I really like this color, but I feel like this is closer. But at the same time, this one did not fully rinse out the last time I was working on it. So maybe if I wash it, it'll be a little lighter. I don't know. You can see it's kind of more brown than that one. And this one is more like orange or brighter. I'm just like kicking myself because if I had like one more cake of this kind, it would have been fine, I think. But I don't know. And I can't find my yarn winder, so, or the Swift, the Taylor Swift. I don't know where she is to be able to even undo these. So I guess I better just start knitting anyway and just get it done. So baby said I can start knitting after she makes these biscuits. Right? Very hard work. Very, very hard work.
So I sat down to work, and I was trying to be optimistic, but I was a little bit worried about whether or not I'd be able to finish this in time. And I'm happy to report that as of the next day, when I'm recording the voiceover, I am optimistic. I have all day today, and I have all day on Christmas Eve. And if I have to block it and then hair dry it the next morning, I don't care, because I'm excited that I get to wear my red sweater on Christmas.
I got a decent amount done. I think I did maybe like 15 rows already. The shorter needles are helping a lot. I switched to using them pretty early on. I am getting some like hand, I don't know if it's like a cramp or just like pain, because I have to hold the needles tighter than I used to, but it's actually time efficient. So I'm just giving myself a little break. I think I might get some cereal or some more cookies and then just keep going. Okay, I think I've decided. I'm gonna go with the lighter one. I think it matches better, and I'd rather it be brighter than duller for this particular festive knit. I actually was able to do my entire second chart out of 3 full charts, and then the 4th chart is just one repeat basically. So I have maybe 4 more repeats, but I did reach the end of my current ball. So yeah, I found my caker. Ignore the mess over here. I found my Taylor Swift, and I got my yarns down. I'm actually grateful that I don't have to open this one up, because this one still needs to be washed out more. I have a feeling if I worked with it, it would stain my hands red. So we're gonna go with the lighter one. I am going to make the cuff on the first sleeve and the bottom ribbing to kind of reclaim my cables, and then I'm going to unravel the neckline to finish the second sleeve. And since I will have finished like the bottom, I will be able to like pick up the stitches, unravel this, save that for the other sleeve, and then use the slightly brighter one as the collar, bottom ribbing, and wrist cuffs. So hopefully that makes sense. It is kind of crazy though how fast I'm able to go with these, and I'm not having to like move around the magic loop or the traveling loop or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's going really good. There's like at least half of the sleeve is already done now. And I started from up here today, which is crazy to think about. I've just been going and going and going. So, yeah.
Then, of course, I had to unhank the hank on the Taylor Swift. And yeah, that was always fun. I like using the hank or Swift. Oh my god, I don't know why I can't remember what it's called. Probably because I haven't used it in a few months. But yeah, you get to use the caker, and then you just make cake. And I love making cakes. This is my favorite part of being a fiber artist, is making the cakes. Now, this next section I actually recorded before some of these clips. This is just a little summary, little B-roll that I took. I made a hat for my friend while I was at D&D. I've been finding that hats are a really good project for D&D. And yes, here's Kiri. She's a little bit pitiful. She's old, but we love her. She actually decided to cuddle me this time, so that was very sweet of her. And yeah, here's her digging in a blanket, which was very funny. If you like my video and you want to see more from me, feel free to subscribe, like the video, and leave me a comment, because my commenters are my favorite viewers, and I will usually respond. I want to know what you're making, what you've been up to, and just how you're doing. Okay, bye.